I was going to ask you, sir. You said somebody called CPS last week.
Yes, last Wednesday.
Somebody called CPS last Wednesday.
Yes.
Do you never figure out who it was? Did they come out here, or did they actually show up, or what?
They came out here, right, and I wasn't home when they came, so they came back with the Sachse police that night.
The CPS did?
Yes. Well,
okay.
It was just a Sachse police. They just were doing a welfare check on Christian because she went to my kids' schools.
So somebody from wait, Christian didn't go to school, right?
Right. So she wanted to make sure Christian was okay, and I never heard from her again. I never even talked to her.
Okay.
I left her a message to please call me.
Oh, did she actually show up here?
She did. That was the first place she came, and then she went to their schools.
To your other kids, your
right.
older kids' school.
Because they're in school. And that's just not how CPS usually operates.
But it was a CPS lady?
Yes.
Okay. And then...
and she won't call me back, and I can't talk to her. And literally, that was all I heard from her.
Did she give you a card or a number to call?
She did.
And she won't answer your phone call?
Right. She won't talk to me. I called her that night, and then I guess that's what made her call the police. Because the police showed up here at 9.
The Sachse police did?
Which is fine. I mean, it's fine either way. I'm just saying that I literally called her and I said, this is the same exact person that called the CPS on me falsely in June, and they're just saying a different reason now. And because they said mental health. That's how I know somebody from Garland.
No, wasn't. I didn't call mental health. This is after I talked to you?
Yes. So I saw you on Monday. That was when you gave me back my computers.
Uh-huh.
And then on Wednesday, she came. Okay, Tuesday, all day Tuesday, Adapt was calling me. So
yeah.
that didn't work.
I called Adapt on Monday.
Right, and then I called a few more people, like your brother, and so that's fine that Adapt was calling me. I can understand Adapt to call me. But then I called your brother and I said, I'm not having a mental health crisis, and then Adapt literally stopped calling me. Like, literally.
Okay.
And remember when you asked me about the FBI? You told me that I called the FBI?
No, I did not tell you you called. I had no idea.
You said you contacted the FBI. You said that last time I saw you, right before I signed the papers. So you knew I had contacted the FBI?
No, you told me that you contacted the FBI. You mentioned something about some crime lab or something.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Okay,
that's how you knew.
Yeah, and then you said something. You said there was a major with the Texas Rangers that you were talking to. You're waiting to hear back from.
Yes. Major Huff, but John Spear got to him.
Why is that?
Because he is lying. He's literally lying. When I called to inquire what's going on with my case with the Texas Rangers, he lies about it. And there's no reason to lie.
The major does?
Yes.
The major does?
And even his boss, who is in headquarters in Austin. Literally, this is what happened. So I called Major Huff and I told him I was going to file a complaint against him, Lieutenant Scott Stevenson, and David Armstrong, who they all work.
Those are all Texas Rangers?
Right.
Okay.
And they're in Garland, okay? And so then when I called headquarters in Austin and talked to Chief Snyder, his assistant told me that he can't call me back because I filed the complaint against him, and he got a notification email from the OIG, which is Inspector General, right? Because that's who investigates the Texas Rangers. And that's organized crime. I didn't file a complaint against him. I didn't file a complaint against anybody. But I just told Major Huff that, see? And I never told Major Huff that I was going to file a complaint, but that was just a way for them not to call me back.
What did CPS say? What did CPS say the reason they were here on?
Mental health.
They just
said
mental health.
Police told me, right. There was a welfare concern for Christian because there was a mental health issue.
And that's all they would say to you?
I never saw CPS. They won't talk to me.
Well, you said CPS was here, or
Sachse
Police came here.
Right, and then they came here that night, but there still should be a whole entire investigation.
And an actual... Wait. I'm trying to understand. An actual person from CPS showed up here to your house.
3 o'clock.
A male, female...
It was a female.
And because had somebody reported mental health concerns last week
about my kids, right?
And then, but you don't know who, obviously. And the Sachse police were just were just in here with her presence, right?
No, so that night when I got home, I called her and I left her a message and I said I want to talk to your supervisor. I don't want you to come back to my house again until I talk to your supervisor because this is a false allegation. This is the same person that called CPS on me in June. Okay, so that was at 9 o'clock. The Sachse police came by themselves. CPS never came and saw me.
Later, after she had been here, did she leave a card or something?
She did. So I called her back and I left her a message.
So you weren't home or something, and she left a card on the door.
Correct.
Okay.
So then she immediately left here and went to my kids' schools, and I called her and I said, "How did you get my?" Because I saw her phone number called me. How would she have gotten my home phone number? And my kids didn't give it to her. Nobody has it. It's unlisted. So it's the same person that called CPS on me.
Is that Chris?
Yeah.
Well, let me talk you out here, and then you got your phone and whatnot.
Yeah.
Did he get his car back?
Yeah.
Is that the one? I want to make sure that you get help. I want to take you to go get help today.
I don't need help.
Well, here's the thing. How long have you and I been talking about this?
For 2 weeks.
2 or 3 weeks, maybe?
Maybe.
We're probably on the 3rd week, probably at least, right? But we haven't gotten you to a doctor or anything to see help.
But I don't need a doctor. I need the police officer to just leave me alone. I just want this police officer to leave me alone.
And
look. Now it's all of a sudden today it's 817 numbers. That's Allstate, okay? I have homeowners insurance. He knows, he steals my mail. He knows I have homeowners insurance. Then 817 Azil, while you were here, both these phone calls came in.
Okay.
Like, it's just not a coincidence. He thinks I'm going to be outside with you, and I'm not going to be able to unplug my modem.
But here's my concern.
He's torturing me.
I want you have a lot of anxiety, a lot of worries, you're under distress.
Would you agree that
Would you agree that you're under a lot of distress right now?
Yes, I don't want my brand new computer to get hacked.
And I want you to be able to have. Here's the deal, Sarah. Here's the thing. I want you to be able to get the medication that you need. Okay, that you whether it be Adderall or whatever you need. That's maybe it's not Adderall.
All I need is Adderall.
I'm just saying. Well, I'm not a doctor. Okay, and like you and I talked before, but if Adderall stopped working or whatnot, and they may need something else, then we need to get you that. But I want to take you to a place that's going to do that. So either I would like you to go on your own, and I'll give you a ride, or I'll take you there. But I want that to happen today.
We have an appointment.
Huh?
We have an appointment.
I'm talking about today.
No, I
because
don't
it's kind of
need
progressed.
Any emergency help today. It has not progressed at all. This guy is still.
It's continued for over 3 weeks now.
This is
and
what
it's not
he's
getting
trying.
any
He
better.
is literally trying to do this to me. He is driving me crazy with these phone calls, and I don't even know if there's anything happening with him. Like, I don't even know if he's literally just trying to drive me crazy or not.
Right. But
can I just please get the assistant chief of police's information?
Yeah, there's several. We have like what 3 or 4.
Can I have their information then, all of them?
We have a chief Vornberg. We have an assistant chief Brian. We have an assistant chief.
Because even when I
Renee.
call Bates' office, they won't let me talk to anybody.
Well, if they're not there, you can't just. I can't just go. I can't from my office. I can't just go. I need to talk to Chief Bates, and
they can't ever call me back.
No, I'm just telling you this is how it works. I myself can't go. I need to talk to Chief Bates. Okay, and they send me to Chief Bates. I have to leave a message.
I understand.
I'm just saying that.
I understand that's how it is. I have understood.
And that's the same way that, as far as like you expect them to immediately call you back, and they're not going to immediately call you back.
No, not immediately. I mean, the guy hasn't called me back since October. That's why I went to his house.
But like for example, leaving the messages with Lieutenant St. Clair. How many messages did you leave?
Do you know I told him he was going to go to the feds?
Huh?
I mean, don't you think he would want you to listen to that?
But why?
Because he's involved in this.
But why? Okay, my question to you is,
there's
just because he doesn't answer your phone calls, you immediately assume that he's going to go to the feds, or the feds are going to be.
No, I'm telling him he's going to go to jail with the feds because he's in on this with John Spira. I mean, he can just call me back. I won't be mean to him.
Okay, but why do you think you need to get to that point to where you're saying
I know for sure
vulgar,
he's in on it.
Because
somebody's watching my videos.
I want to be honest with you. Okay,
you called your brother?
Yes, I want to be honest with you. After you told me that, I said I called and I spoke to him, and he said, yeah, you left several messages, and they continue to get more vulgar, and even about, I'm not going to repeat some of the stuff that are on them.
Right, and I told him he was going to go to the feds.
But do you agree that happened?
Yes, I told you what happened.
But my question is, why do you feel that?
So he's getting my messages.
Yes, and my question is, why do you feel like
because after the 4th day he didn't return my phone call, I was realizing, oh my God, that's how they're watching my videos.
He said these were just over the weekend while he wasn't there. He just got them today.
That's absolutely false.
So you didn't call him this weekend, leave any
No,
message?
I left a bunch of messages this weekend, but I started calling as soon as you left. Like on Wednesday, I started calling him at least, maybe even Tuesday.
Okay. And then did they progress this weekend? Is that when they started to continue to get worse and worse and worse?
When I was for sure he was involved?
Yeah, well, you assume that he's involved, right?
I'm assuming.
Okay. But here's the point that we're at, okay? Because I'm going to be honest with you, Sarah. Either I'm going to take you to go get help, or you can go on your own.
I don't need my Adderall at all.
No, this is not that.
This is just about this police officer doing this to me. This is why I called you out here in the first place. This is why I went to Chief Bates' house. I'm not going to Chief Bates' house and saying I have a mental illness.
Okay.
I'm saying
that's the point we're at,
there's a cop hacking my life,
Sarah,
and he won't
stop. You won't go. If I give you a ride,
it will not help with the cop hacking me.
Okay. So
in fact, it will make it worse.
But that's my question to you. So if I give you a ride, you will not admit yourself.
I will go with
Okay. So I'm going to take you to go. Yes, I am. Absolutely, I am.
So can I,
yes.
Hey, can I ask why you guys are here again?
I will. I'll tell you. I'll be honest with you just a second.
Seriously,
Chris, I will.
Here again?
I'll explain everything to you, Chris.
Don't
Chris, I promise.
Babe, okay?
Well, your sister's freaking out, so I want to know why you guys are here.
And I will tell you in just a sec, Chris. I promise, Chris. I've been honest with you the entire time. I've not lied to you.
So why are you guys here?
Give me just a second, Chris, and I will explain it to you, okay?
You're not going to take her nowhere.
Yes. So here's the thing.
Simple, because you're out of your jurisdiction. You're not taking her anywhere.
Listen
okay?
to me.
So why don't you just come in and let them go?
No, here's the
You're
deal.
not taking her
Listen to
nowhere.
me.
Okay, honey,
Chris.
please don't yell at them. Honey, it's all right.
Okay?
Do you mind talking to? I'll explain to Chris. Come here, Chris.
What are you here
Come here.
for?
I'm gonna tell you. Come here.
No,
I'm gonna.
talking to you is like talking to a brick wall.
No, it's not.
You're sitting here saying, "Oh, well, she needs help. She needs this," and you don't think that that's like fake
so
and stuff.
here's-
No, it's not.
Chris, here's
it's
no.
really.
No, can
do you
I?
not know what happened
Chris,
today?
can I?
With her getting her computer and all that stuff back.
Yeah, no. I talked to her today about that. Okay.
Okay.
And here's the thing. Here's the progression. So I hadn't heard from her, me personally. I've not heard from her in like a week. So
Okay.
I assume that everything's going well. But evidently, over the weekend, she doesn't get returned calls, and she continues to progress and make several vulgar statements and threatening statements, and threatens to show up to the city manager's. Listen to me. Listen to me.
Okay.
Okay? To show up to the city manager's house. Now, whether that's a joke, she thought that was a joke to get a rise out of somebody or whatnot, she has a history because she's gone to the chief of police's house to drop off a letter or whatever,
Right,
okay?
right.
This is where I'm at. I do not want her to go to jail.
Okay.
Look at me.
Right.
She's not going to jail.
Right.
I don't want her to go to jail. I want her to get help. That's what I've been here for 3 weeks
She
now.
said she had an
So
appointment.
here's the thing. I'm going to take her to get help tonight. I'm not going to arrest her. I'm going to take her into custody because she doesn't want to go on her own. But she will. She's going to go to a hospital to get medical evaluation, to hopefully get on her medication, or to say that she doesn't need medication, or she does. But she's got to that point now where, yes, she is going to be a PAL. Okay? I am going to take her into custody because I do feel like she does pose a serious imminent threat because of her statements and the history, and it hasn't gotten any better. And it's continued to progress. And would you agree that it's continued to deteriorate for a long time now?
Well, she just told me today that she got an appointment for tomorrow.
And here's the deal. What's tomorrow?
Tomorrow's Wednesday.
She told me that she thinks it's Thursday.
No,
Here's the thing.
She said
I know, but I'm just
it's
telling you what she
Thursday,
told me. I'm
but
not
she
lying
said she
to
could
you.
do a walk-in appointment tomorrow.
Here's the thing.
Okay.
There's stuff that maybe that has happened over the weekend that you didn't know about, that I'm telling you about now, that she calls that she's made. There's stuff, people that she contacted that I didn't know about since I talked to her last. But the reality is that we've given her several opportunities. I want her to get help. I want her to get medication, whether it be her Adderall. If it's Adderall, then it's Adderall. If it's something else, it's something different. But I don't want her to get so frustrated with all this that she does show up to somebody's house that she's been criminally trespassed from, or she does do something that is criminal and she gets a criminal charge. She doesn't need that. But you see what I'm saying?
She just talked her on the phone.
But
when I first met her, that's all she did was just talk. When we get in a fight,
But
I get
you-
like 5,000 messages.
But that's where I'm at, Chris. That's why.
Okay,
That's why I'm at. I'm not here to hurt her. I'm not here to take her to jail. I'm here to stop that from getting to that point.
Okay, so why can't she just go to her appointment?
She
Why do you
doesn't.
have to take her?
Because I think at this point, I've asked her, given her the opportunity to see if she wants to admit herself, and I will give her a ride. Because if she had a fear to the point that she said that
Where are you?
I will probably take her to Richland Methodist Hospital, right there at Renner and 190. It's the closest. It'll be convenient for you as well, okay, to get evaluated. I'm being absolutely honest with you, okay? You know?
Yeah, but I don't think you guys could do that, though. I
The
mean,
law
you're out
states-
of your jurisdiction,
The
man.
state's a peace officer. We're a peace officer in the state of Texas. Anyone in the state of Texas, sir.
I don't believe that.
I'll show you. I can actually show you.
You can't take her because you're in Garland, and this is Sachse.
No.
You can't take her, man.
Listen, here's the deal.
I mean, you can't. You can't take her. She's going to her appointment tomorrow or Thursday. So, I mean, I'll take her to her appointment on
That's what we
Thursday.
tried working last time. I
Right,
mean,
but
you
she
and I
hasn't been
tried.
able to get an appointment till, like, this week.
Well, on that, she didn't want to go to the free place, right? She refused. Remember when you tried to get her to go?
Well, she's
and you
tried.
said
I even heard her call and stuff like that. So,
it's a walk-in. It's a walk-in.
I'm taking her to the doctor on Thursday. So, we're going to try to go tomorrow morning to a walk and try to get her faster in there so she can get her Adderall. So,
But I mean, the thing is that it's like I told her, you can't just sit here and go in and expect to get Adderall from any doctor. You're going to have to be evaluated. You know what I mean? Whether it be Adderall or whatever, it's, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but all they got to do is they have software where they pull and they can see that she's had it through a doctor. I mean, it's not like they can't find it. They'll find that she has
But in order to do that, the due diligence, they're going to have to contact her other doctor.
And if they do blood
And that's
work
what
and
between
that
them.
stuff with her, she's fine.
Whatever. I'm not even worried about that. You know what I mean?
All right. Well, all right. So what's the deal?
So that's what's going to happen. I'm going to take her to
No, you
Richmond.
can't take
Yes.
her. Come
Chris,
on.
listen.
Come on. Come on.
Listen.
We're going to go to your appointment tomorrow or Thursday. Okay?
Officer St. Clair, I know you're trying to do your job, and I'm sorry we're making
But
it
listen,
so hard for you.
here's
I'm
the deal.
not trying to argue
No,
with you, and
listen,
I'm really
Sarah,
sorry.
listen. That's why I'm giving you the
I'm still going to
opportunity.
be calling the Garland Police Department even if I get my medicine.
That's not the
He will
problem.
never leave me alone.
And that's where the point we're at, okay? I have no problem. If you want to, I'll escort you there. I will take you there in my own car.
No.
And if you want to, but yes, that's the point we're
Thank
at.
you for your help. No, it's okay because I'm calling the Garland Police
No,
Department.
it's not that. It's the
I'm
totality.
going to continue to call them.
That's not the reason why. That's not the reason why I want to, no.
This is John Sparrow.
No, this is not. This is, okay. You've had concerns about hacking, okay?
No, I'm
Listen,
hacked by a Garland police officer.
I'm
still going to be calling the Garland Police
listen,
Department.
that's
and don't you think your brother should have told you about my phone calls before you came? Especially if you were about to try to take me away?
No, I'm not trying to take you away. That's not it.
You're trying to involuntarily commit me.
Right, exactly right. I'm not trying to. I want you to voluntarily commit yourself. Is what I'm trying to do. That's exactly. Would you agree, Chris?
I would be kicked out.
Huh?
How would I get home then? I would be kicked out.
What's that?
Commit her. Commit her for what?
What?
Because I need Adderall?
No, for
To the
psychological
doctor for what?
evaluation.
No, I don't need that.
Okay.
That is not
You know how many psychological evaluations I've had?
I don't know.
In my
sir.
life?
I don't know.
Like, I've been to jail. I've actually been to prison.
Okay.
Seriously.
That's not.
All I need is Adderall and I can live without it. I cannot live with this officer hacking me, so I'm going to call the Garland Police Department every single day. I'm going to call your brother every day because I know your brother's involved.
Okay. But in the meantime,
How is he watching my videos? Isn't that more of a concern to you guys than whether or not they would kick me out of the car if they came and got me. They would kick
who are you talking about?
the people that would be committing me. I would get kicked out on the spot because I don't have a crazy bone in my body.
I'm not saying you're crazy at all.
You're trying to involuntarily commit me,
Yes,
Officer St.
because
Clair, because
here's-
that's what your superiors are telling you to do.
No, absolutely not. It's because of, listen, ADAP.
You know how many officers I've dealt with and nobody has ever thought I had a mental illness until you?
Listen, here's the thing. ADAP personnel, they're trained personnel for psychological evaluation. They feel that you need to receive medical treatment as well. That's why
if they did have me come
that's
down
why-
there, they would literally kick me out.
That's why they gave you numerous resources to try to get you to
right.
you know what I mean?
I don't need.
And you didn't- you
I
don't
can
want
go
to.
take a psych evaluation for you, but I'm not going to go to.
But
I'm
that's
not going
fine.
there.
That's what this is going to be.
Right, I'm not doing that. There's
Okay.
no chance. That's for proof to show I'm crazy. That this isn't
No,
happening
this is
to
not.
me.
That's not it at all.
Why
what it
can't
is
you just find out who's watching my videos?
Huh?
My videos from your body cam.
The body cam videos that we have are all public record. Okay.
So I can watch them.
They are public
Are
record.
they live feeded?
No, they are not live feeded. They are public record, ma'am. Okay, I don't control that, but it is public record. You can, you know what I mean? It's kind of like getting a police report. Unless there's some type of private type stuff in it, then
Or it
yeah,
gets deleted?
no, if there's some type of private information in there, then it is. Yes, body cam videos are absolutely, they're open records. Okay.
So that's how he's watching them.
I have no idea if they can. If I'm involved in if I'm trying to investigate something, I can go and look at somebody else's body cam of whoever else did it. If I have, if I'm investigating that and it
But
involves
nobody's
them.
investigating this. This is a cop hacking me, so he wanted to see that.
We are investigating, and I've investigated, and we went through this last week when I talked to you about it.
But their concern is not that who's committing crimes against me. They don't care about the. I mean,
so
John Spira lied to my face over the phone.
Okay. So like the
It's not the first time I've said that because the police lied to my face all the time over the phone.
Okay, so the hacking, like I told you, I investigated the hacking that you provided me, the computers and everything. I looked at it.
I'm still
There's
getting
no
hacked.
signs of hacking. The
On
belief
the
that
computer that I got wiped.
the belief that your prescriptions were not being refilled by the doctor's office because the Garland Police Department is not.
It's absolutely true.
No, they are not being refilled by your
It is
doctor anymore.
absolutely true that the Garland Police Department went there first. It's the only reason my doctor won't see me.
So
It's
I
the only
investigate.
reason.
So here's the reality, Sarah. If you don't believe me, this is the reality. That I investigated it and I found out that investigation that no, that's not the reason that the prescription stopped being
Just
filled.
because they lied.
No, the doctor confirmed that. The doctor's office confirmed that. I went
They
there.
told me that too.
Okay,
That's what
but
they
you don't
told me.
believe them. And
Because
they
I know it's a flat out lie.
okay.
Just like my police reports weren't deleted.
Well, that's
I mean, that's ridiculous. Why can't they investigate it? Where did my police reports go? Where's my officer that came to my house that day? You know how easy that would be?
What is it?
Just
A
give me a
Sachse?
photo lineup.
a Sachse
Yes,
officer.
he had brown hair. I would recognize him. He would remember me. I sat out here the whole time. There was a car accident on the way. So it took him 45 minutes to respond to that 911 call. And I went into the police department. We all three went into the police department the Monday before, and we filed a police report. And that police report has been...
Okay.
I'm calling the Garland Police Department because I want the Garland police officer to stop.
Okay. But that's where we're at. That's me being honest with you.
I mean, Mr. Baxter told me, I talked to him after you left, and he told me you called, and he said our people will not help. Our people will not help. That's what he said whenever you called him and you guys
Right.
talked. And he said, our people won't help because there's no mental health concern here. He's
No,
known me
that's
since
not what he said.
December.
No.
That's not what he said to me. And I didn't
But
talk
he
to
knows-
Mr. I didn't talk to Mr. Baxter. That's not. I didn't talk
Oh,
to
well,
Mr.
he
Baxter.
told me that you did.
No, I never talked to Mr. Baxter. I've never talked to Mr. I don't know what Mr. Baxter looks like, to be honest with you.
Well, I know you don't know what he looks like, but
I've never met him.
I know he told me that he made it seem like it was him that was, but he was just the working officer at the time, the person in charge. Okay, because
But
he
that's
told
what,
me,
Sarah. That's where we're at.
and somebody else called him. Did you know that? Somebody else called him. It wasn't you. That day.
Well, somebody, I don't know. I didn't call CPS. I have no idea what that is. I have no idea about CPS coming. I've never called CPS. The only time I've ever called CPS is when you asked me to ask about the case that you showed me the case number in there.
I know you didn't call CPS on me. This is that officer, that police officer.
And nobody, the Garland Police Department did not call CPS.
Just
on
like the Garland Police Department isn't calling me from the Garland Police Department right now.
Wait, say it
These
again.
numbers, these VoIP phone numbers, which you know what VoIP phone is, it's just a phone that's a computer dialing it. Okay? And it's trying to have a computer conversation with my computer and hack it. That's how my phone line was tapped last time. That's why I'm so afraid of that. That's how he got my doctor's information, was my home phone line was tapped. Like, I'm not lying about this.
Well, here I told Chris where I'd like to take you and where I'm going to take you
No.
to Richardson Methodist Hospital.
No, that's okay.
No,
I mean, they will literally kick me out.
Well, then if they kick you out, then they kick you out, and you know what? It's done. But that's the deal.
Then they were going to tell the Texas Rangers that they took me down to have a psych eval.
Who's they?
Whoever's doing this to me that doesn't want me talking
They
to
can't-
I'm telling the Texas Rangers right now, it's John Spirit. He doesn't like that.
All your medical records, if they say that you're clear and whatever, that's your medical records. That's HIPAA. I have no control over that. Okay. I don't have any
That's
control.
because you're a good police officer.
No, I don't have any control over that. The federal law mandates that. Okay. If me taking you down there for the evaluation, that's on the doctor.
That's all John Spirit wants you to do, so that he can tell the Texas Rangers.
No, that's what
we
I
took
want.
her in for a
What
psych
I want,
eval.
what I want is I would like for you to do that on your own today. But that's
You
not.
want me to go down to Methodist tonight?
Yes.
With Chris. And will that
No,
satisfy you?
no, I'll take you down there.
No, I
and
can't
if he
go in
wants to
your
go down
car.
there, if he wants to go down there,
Chris can just take me.
after I will take you down there, and if
Will
he,
that
and
satisfy you if he takes me down there?
I'll take you, and here's this. I'll take you, and if you want to self check yourself in
For what?
for evaluation, then I will. I've already
They
told
would
them where.
kick me out.
If they kick you out, then they kick you out. I don't have any control over that. I don't, and that's fine. I'm okay with that. But I'm taking you down there. Okay.
Officer St. Clair, no.
Yes, I am.
Thank you, though.
No, I am, Sarah.
No, Officer St. Clair. No.
Yes.
No.
And I even
Thank
told Chris.
you.
And here's the thing.
I know
and
you
if they
care.
do, if they kick you out tonight, then they
okay.
kick you out there. And
No,
I'll give
I'm
them.
definitely
I'll
not
make sure
going.
they have Chris's number
If you
and
really
everything.
want me to go with Chris, I will go tonight.
No. I'm going to take you tonight.
No,
And
I'm not saying
yes,
that.
because I'm going to make sure that you get there.
No.
And that's the only reason that I'm taking you there. If you want to self-admit, I will drive you there in my car. I have no
That's going
problem.
to be evidence for them.
No, that's not evidence.
I mean, do I want to go self-admit? No. Do I need to go self-admit? No. Like that.
And that's where I'm saying, yes, I think you do. And I am going to, if you're not going to self-admit, I'm going to admit you under my
For
control.
what?
Huh? For mental evaluation there. Because I'm concerned about you. I'm concerned that this hacking and everything has got you so distraught that you
Why can't
listen.
you just help me with the hacking?
Will you listen to me just for a
Police
sec?
officer.
That the hacking has gotten you so distraught that you're not able to have your career? Yes, absolutely.
Do I look distraught?
Yes.
I look distraught to you. I mean, I've been in prison. I've
Okay.
seen crazy.
I'm not saying you're crazy.
I mean, do
I'm
I
not-
look so distraught that I can't? Are you serious?
I think you're so distraught that
I had a
it's
meeting with somebody today, and I got a new computer.
Okay, I think you're distraught to the point that it's affected your ability to have your career.
What is affecting my career is this cop.
And the hacking that you believe that's going on, that I've looked at, and I have not found any evidence of the hacking. Okay.
You've only looked at it from my end. You haven't looked at it from.
As far as where the prescriptions, the issue with the police involving themselves with your prescriptions not being refilled is not the case. That's not true. That is not true. That is not true.
It is true.
Okay? And that's where I'm worried, because those things have consumed your time so much that it's affected your ability, and you've even said it on your voicemail.
The hacker
Will you listen to me,
is
Sarah?
consuming my.
Sarah, you've even said it on your voicemails that you can't even, it's like Christmas or whatnot. Your kids you won't even celebrate Christmas because you want this to be
Not
over
that I
with.
haven't celebrated Christmas,
No,
that we can't.
you're waiting, yes.
We're literally, because I thought it was going to be over in November. I was going after Sachse so hard, I thought for sure, boom, I busted them. Where's my police reports?
So that's where my concerns are
And
from.
literally, I'm here now. Okay? there's no need for me to go in to admit myself.
Okay. Well, I'm going to admit you.
No.
Yes, I am, Sarah.
Officer St. Clair, I don't need to be admitted.
Yes, I'm going to take you. And if they, it may be overnight. It may be a couple hours, and they call Chris and say, okay, come pick her up. But yes, that's going to happen tonight.
No.
Yes,
No,
it
you
is.
can't take me. You're
I can.
Garland.
I can. Absolutely, I can.
And you're going to wait for me while I'm in there?
I'll go in there. Yeah, I will get you through the entire process in there.
I'm
Now they're not
not
going to let
going.
me go
I'm
in.
not going.
They're not going to let me go into the door with the doctor and sit behind the door with the doctor. But I promise you, I will get you through the entire process, and I will make sure that you have his number and they have his number.
So where are you taking her to admit?
No, I'm not
It's
going.
It's Richardson Medical Center.
It's not the
That's what,
psych ward.
it's not a psych. I don't think it's a psych
I
ward.
wish
It's
it was a psych ward.
What's that?
I wish it was a psych ward. They are going to literally kick me out. Like, that would be a waste.
Well, then if they do, then they do kick you out, okay? But that's it.
I'm not
Okay.
going to go.
Well, I'm taking you. Okay?
You're
That's
telling me I need to go get dressed.
no, I'm telling you, you're going to go just like that.
Are you serious?
Yes, I'm absolutely serious. Okay? And I'm not taking you to jail. I'm not going to take you to jail. Chris, if you'd
Do you
like,
really
hey,
have to
Chris.
put handcuffs on
if you-
me?
Can she put a bra on?
Huh?
Can I bring her a
Can I
bra?
just put pants on?
Well, you can bring her some shoes on, but I'm not going to sit here and go through this dress out deal. No, Chris, I'm not. Okay?
Can you please not put handcuffs on me in front of my neighbors? Please. Officer
I have to.
St. Clair,
Sarah, Sarah,
Sarah.
Sarah.
Arresting her.
I'm not
Listen to
arresting
me.
her. We already went through this, Chris.
Seriously.
I'm not arresting her,
Bull
Chris.
fucking shit.
Can you
In
please
front
not
of
put handcuffs on me?
everybody
I'll go get in the car.
That's what, Sarah. That's what I told you several times. Okay, Sarah. Hey, Chris. Hey, Chris. Chris, I tried not to. Chris, I tried not to.
Can you please just walk me out to the car, Officer St. Clair?
Sarah. Okay. Hey, Chris. Can I give you
No,
the address?
I don't like you to
Okay.
begin with.
I got it,
I
Chris.
think
I got it.
you're
I
up
got
to
it. I got it.
something
Chris.
no fucking good.
Chris, it's okay.
You're up to no good, brother.
I can give Chris the address to the hospital. You're not going to jail. You're not. Look at me. You're not. Look at me. You're not under
I
arrest.
just want to get in the car so my neighbors don't see
Okay,
me.
Sarah. You're not under arrest. You're under what they call protective custody. Okay. Come around here. Okay.
You're not going to this car or what?
Yes, you're going to go to this car. Okay? Have a seat for me, okay? Sarah, let me seatbelt you in there, okay? And yes, sir, I would have no problem. I would drive you straight there if you would have admitted yourself. But yes, can you put your feet down for me, please? But since you said you were not going to walk out, you know what I mean, you were not going to admit yourself, then yes, I do have to put you into protective custody, which means the handcuffs, okay? All right, they'll come off as soon as we get there and check you in, okay? They're not because you're going to jail, all right? I try to explain that to Chris, okay? Do you have any, you don't have any medication or anything that you need to take? Okay, all right.